It's ready.
Not easy, this is the power of yet. You may not get the problem, don't spend hours in stress. No, it's all about the process. Steady make progress, remain optimistic. I don't get it, well, not yet. Life is a journey, not a destination. Every teacher, every leader needs this in education. Tempted to say can't have the courage to add yet. A growth mindset, the staff and the class met. You see, there's a difference between not knowing and not knowing yet. That three-letter word yet is very powerful if you think about it. I can't do this yet. Perseverance is paramount. This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success. This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success.
All right. Welcome, my gentlemen right here, football players, future football players, future doctors, future lawyers. Okay, I just want to say welcome, and we got to get you guys coming in on a more consistent basis. I know your teachers are, placing it on the fact that you have to get your work done. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to teach you to learn the fact that work is important, okay? Because a lot of you, I know a couple of you anyway, has expressed an interest in being professional football, basketball, or whatever players that you want to be. And we talked about last week that even football players have to go to college, right? So if you're not in position to go to college, you can forget about being a professional anything. Because now, we're not putting out, in the NBA and then the NFL, they're not putting out dummies anymore. They're not. So you have to be a person that is willing, okay, to try hard. And guys, we're listening. We come in here to listen. Come in here to get something. Okay, so we're not doing everything else. We're listening. All right. So today, and if you just listen to that song right there, that song is called The Power of Yet, which means that we have to change the way that we say things sometimes. A lot of times we say that we can't do something, okay? And when we say that we can't do something, we take away the possibility of us ever being able to do it. And so in here, we don't say we can't do it. We say that we can't do it yet. Because when we say yet, that means that if I put a little work behind it, then there's a possibility for me being able to reach that particular level. All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about is this right here. You guys have never seen this, but this is called leadership. This is called leadership. John Maxwell, to me, is one of the best authors. Well, he's the best author to me when it comes to leadership, because he writes his book to try to empower people to become leaders. All right? And the bottom line is that at some point, all of us become leaders. All of us become leaders. Can somebody in here tell me, what is a leader? Yes.
Someone who doesn't follow bad people.
Someone who doesn't follow bad people. Somebody else. What's a leader? What's a leader?
A leader is someone who leads the world, to lead people to good things and help people.
Okay. Leads people to do good things. Okay, I like that. Somebody else want to add to that?
Ladrell wants to be.
Ladrell has to raise his hand. That's how we do stuff in here, gentlemen. We raise our hands and wait for the teacher to call on us. All right? Anybody else want to add to that? Yes? Leadership. Last one.
It's like somebody who doesn't put something.
Who does what now? I didn't hear that last part, man.
Never mind. Never mind.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about it. So John Maxwell had his levels of leadership. Guys, We're listening, Eric. You're coming in here to listen and learn. All right? So, John Maxwell have his 5 levels of leadership because a lot of people don't understand what leadership is. And all of us at some time become leaders, okay? That first level, this is where most people get. This is where most people get. And it's called the position level. And that just means that I have a position of leadership, okay? Even some of your teachers. Some teachers you love, like Miss Smith. You guys don't know Miss Smith, but some of my guys know Miss Smith. When Miss Smith comes in, you know, the kids are all excited, and they calling her mother, hey, my mother, my mother, my mother. Okay? And the reason that they're doing that is because, for some reason, they like Miss Smith, and we'll talk about that later, why they like Miss Smith. But there's other teachers, okay, that when you have to go to their class, your science teacher, you have to go to their class. Yeah, see, I heard that. I heard that. Yeah, I know. Don't. We're not calling names, but I already know the information. But there are other teachers that you don't want to go to, and it's because they're here. The positional leader, that's the person that just holds the position. Okay? And their main thing is they think leadership is you just telling everybody what to do. Okay? You just telling everybody what to do. That's a positional leader. Alright? A positional leader also, they don't understand that key thing that Miss Smith does. They don't understand that we're making relationships. We're building relationships. Alright? Now, alright. So, for instance, I have a person that, and he's not here today, Nathaniel. Nathaniel pretty much runs my video equipment. Okay? Now, so that makes him a leader because he's responsible for this. Listen, guys, he's responsible for that. All right? That's his responsibility. Now, but whenever somebody else wants to come up to do that thing, he's like a bulldog. He starts growling, you know. And so right now, Nathaniel is a positional leader, but I'm trying to teach him how to move up that ladder. Okay? And this is the next thing. The next step is permission. Say it again.
Permission.
That's the permission leader. Now, this is where Miss Smith. Listen, guys, y'all got to catch this. You got to catch this. This is where Miss Smith comes into play. Okay, when Miss Smith comes in, the kids are excited about going to her class. Okay, they're excited and they call her mom. That's because Miss Smith understands something that your science teachers don't, or she focuses on. She develops a relationship with the kids. Okay, and so now the permission leader is able to get people to do things because guess what? The permission leader, right, but the people that are under that person understands that the position leader is trying to get them somewhere. The permission leader cares about them, right? And so that's what you want your teachers to do is care about you, right? Okay, now, this is leadership. This is leadership. Listen, y'all got to catch this. Leadership has to do with influence. Influence. Now, because of that, everybody eventually becomes a leader because everybody at some point has some influence over people. That's all a leader is. A leader is a person that can get people to follow them. Okay? How many in here has ever gotten people to follow them? See? Just about everybody in here has been a leader. All right? Guys, just about everybody in here, okay, has gotten people to follow them, and so that makes them a leader because you can influence. All right? But you don't want to stay here. The position leader okay, is only focused on trying to tell everybody what to do. Trying to tell everybody what to do, where the permission leader wants everybody to be on the same level with them. These are characteristics of leaders that are permission leaders. Number one, listen. Number one, they want to see others get better. That's what permission leaders do. They want to see others get better. Permission leaders, they want people to know what they know. That's a permission leader. They want you to know what they know. Alright? Alright. That's where we want to be. We want to start moving up that level. Now, I'm not going to talk about the other three levels because right now, you guys, because you're in the 5th grade, you guys are not to the level where you can get that, because you're talking about the 3rd level is production. That's when we making things happen. Okay? And when we get a little bit later into this and you guys start coming consistently, then we'll talk about producing things. Okay? Because this is what we got to do, Eric. Listen, this is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. Right here. Pay attention. Right here. This is what we got going on at this school. This is the MAP score. And it's scary right now. Because in the MAP scores, if this was the end of school, and we had to move some people up to the 6th grade, a lot of you guys would be in trouble. Because to go to the 6th grade in math and reading, you need to be here at this proficient level. How many students in the 6th grade are proficient? 4. Okay? And so that means there's a good chance, Eric, that neither one of you guys are one of those 4. Okay? And so that means there's a chance that you can stay in the 5th grade again. All right, let's look at it again in reading. That's why y'all got to listen. In reading, how many people are proficient in the 5th grade? 0. So, now, if those are 2 tests that you need to be proficient in, we have 4 in math that's proficient, and we have 0 in reading that's proficient. What did that tell us? You got work to do. We got work to do. Okay? And so, you have to understand that to go from the position part to here to where you're producing, and that's what we want to be able to produce. That's why we'll talk about this the next time, because we want to get here, because if we get here, then this number right here is going to change. Okay? This number right here is going to change. This number right here is going to change. And I can tell you right now, I can guarantee you, it's not fun, being in the same grade again. And then, if you've already been in the same grade again, it's definitely not fun to be there a 3rd time. So you guys have to take that really, really serious, because, I'm not sure how it works in DeKalb County, but I know in Henry County, they took that serious, man. You have to show, if they, you have to have a meeting. And in that meeting, teachers look at progress. And if you don't show significant progress, they're not going to even give you a second thought. But at least if you show some significant progress, they can look at your graph and see that your graph went from here and it went way up there. Then at least they can talk to the principal and they can write a letter and say, hey, this kid has shown significant progress since he's been in the 5th grade. Okay, so that's what you guys are working for. You have to get to that level. Okay, now this would be the best way. If you can get to the proficient level, then a meeting is not necessary. If you can get there, you automatically are sure that you go to the next grade. All right? So that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about things like that because I want to try to get you to the next level. Hold your question, Eric, until after this, okay? I want to try to get you to the next level. So we got to come in here. You got to be focused. It's not going to be like you were in your regular class. It's not going to be that, because I'm trying to help you and I'm trying to get your grades to go up. All right?
I'm starting to hate this.
Using the word yet, we removing all doubt. We see the problem as a challenge and not a crisis. We creating a growth mindset. You got it like this. You see this idea of a growth mindset can also be called a power gap. In other words, you are not there yet, but just trust me, you can definitely get there. Let's go. This is the power gap.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. You did a good job.
It cut off.
Go.
It cut off.
Yeah.
It's still on.
Hold it till it goes.